Dear students, in this video I am going to explain velocity, speed, average velocity, average speed, equations of motion of a body along a straight line and some more problems based on the same concept and motion under gravity. See, velocity is what the formula displacement by time. Next one, average velocity. Always average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. It is the ratio between total displacement and total time. This is called the average velocity. It is a vector. Average speed is also equal to V average is equal to total distance by total distance by total time. See one example. Suppose a body is moving along a straight line. In straight line path, distance and displacements are same. That's why average speed and average velocities are same. Let here, starting from the origin, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. A body starting from O, it is moving along the positive x direction such that the body line at x is equal to 2 meters and t is equal to 2 seconds. X is equal to 6 meters and t is equal to 4 seconds and x is equal to 8 meters and t is equal to 5 seconds. It is done. Finally, average velocity in 2 seconds or 0 to 2 seconds, average velocity from 0 to 4 seconds, average velocity from 0 to 5 seconds. So 0 to 2 seconds. Average velocity is equal to V average is equal to total displacement by total time. What is total displacement? Final coordinate 2, initial coordinate 0. 2 minus 0 into length also by total time is 0. 2 minus 0. Initially 0 right? So that is equal to 2 by 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1 meter per second. Again, in between 2 to 4 seconds, what is the average velocity? V average is equal to 2 to 4 అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి డిస్టెన్స్ ఏ కావాలి. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇదేమో 2. ఇక్కడ నుంచి టోటల్ 6 కదా ఇది. మనకి ఇది కావాలి టోటల్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ అంటే. In between these two time intervals. That means 6 minus 2 by time interval 4 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4 by 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So that is equal to 2 meter per second. Alani between 4 seconds to 5 seconds. Average velocity is 4 seconds. ఇది అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి డిస్టెన్స్ ఏమో 6, ఇక్కడ నుంచి మొత్తం డిస్టెన్స్ వచ్చేసి 8. ఈ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ కాదు. ఈ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ అంటే 8 minus 6 రావాలి. కానీ టోటల్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ మీన్స్ 8 minus 6 by total time from this point to this point is equal to 5 minus 2. That is 2 by 1 is equal to 2 meter per second. So this is the way to find the average velocity. Next example is, suppose a body is moving along a straight line and he covers half the displacement with a velocity v1, remaining half the displacement with a velocity v. Half the displacement. Suppose ఇది s అనుకుందాం, ఇది s అనుకుందాం అంటే equal displacements in unequal intervals of times. Time intervals may be different. Okay na? What is the average velocity? V average is equal to ఎంత అవుతుంది అంటే this is 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v. Okay, ఎలా వస్తుందో చెప్పండి. Average velocity is equal to total displacement అంటే s plus s by total time t1 plus t. Okay, 2s by ఇక్కడ t అన్నాం మనం t. Again you know velocity is equal to displacement by time. Time is equal to displacement by velocity. Cut in the first section displacement s by v1, second one displacement s by v. that is equal to 2s by ఇక్కడ s కూడా కామన్ తీస్తే 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So that is the s cancel 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus this is the required equation. Okay. Next again, if your body travels first 1/3 of the distance with a speed v1, second 1/3 with a speed v2, last 1/3 with a speed v3, and equal displacements ఇక్కడ కూడా yes total displacement 3s కదా, దాంట్లో 1/3 అంటే s అవుతుంది. ఈ కేసులో average velocity is given by v average is equal to say s by or s plus s by t1 plus t2 plus t3. t1 is equal to s by t1, s by t2, s by t3. So మొత్తం చేస్తే this gives 3 v1 v2 v3 by v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v3 ఇది ఫార్ములా, రైట్? నెక్స్ట్ application. Suppose a body is moving along a straight line and it completes half the time with a speed v1, remaining half the time with a speed v2. Time interval divide చేస్తాను చూడండి. Time interval in the first half the time displacement s1 అనుకుందాం with a speed v1, ఈ displacement s2 with a speed v2, but time intervals are here half the time intervals. Let the total time is here, this time is equal to t by 2, this time is also equal to t by 2. ఈ కేసులో what is the average velocity? Average velocity is equal to sum v1 plus v2 by 2. Same like this, ఎట్లా average velocity is equal to s1 plus s2 by t1 plus t2. But s1 we don't know the value of s1, it is unknown value. ఎందుకని first half the time with a velocity v1, second half the time with a velocity v2 అంటున్నాడే కానీ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఇవ్వలేదు. but displacement is equal to velocity into time, అంటే v1 into t by 2 plus ఇక్కడ v2 into t by 2 by t by 2 plus t by 2, that is equal t by 2 common into v1 plus v2 by t by 2 plus t by 2 is equal to t cancel అవుతుంది. So this is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. Okay, right. So this is the concept about the average velocity and also average speed. Right? Next one, acceleration A is equal to what is the formula? Change in velocity by time, v minus u by t. Rate of change in and velocity is what acceleration. Suppose if v is greater than u by t, in this situation A becomes positive. V is less than u by t, A becomes negative. V is equal to u by అనుకోండి, A is equal to 0. And when a body is moving with uniform velocity, acceleration becomes 0. When a body is moving with decreasing velocity, acceleration is negative. This negative acceleration is also called retardation. V greater than u, A is not positive. Again, if a body is moving with uniform acceleration, uniform acceleration to vector and a value constant, then there are four equations to identify the motion of the body, which are v equal to u plus at, second one s equal to u plus half at squared, third one v square minus v square equal to as, and Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 2. Okay, these are the four equations to reveal the motion, complete motion of the body. This is velocity time relation, displacement and time relation, velocity displacement relation. It is the distance covered by a particular length. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఒకవేళ ఇంత velocity second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds from this formula use 0 and the S is proportional to ఎంత T square 1 by 2 A constants. That's why S1 is to S2 is to S3 is and so on is equal to 1 is 2 square is equal to 4 is 3 square is equal to 9 is and so on. In the ratio of the distances traveled in 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds and so on. అట్లా ఇవ్వకుండా supposing the body starting from rest and find the ratio of the distances traveled in first second, second second, third second, fourth second in a particular second. Just we are using the last formula. Here u is 0, a is a constant, u is also constant. That's why Sn is proportional to what is it? 2n minus 1. Now S1 is, S2 is, S3 is and so on is equal to ఎంత అవుతుంది చెప్పండి 1 and n బదులు 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, n బదులు 2 రాసాం 4 minus 1 3, 2 బదులు 3 రాయండి 3 2s are 6 minus 1 is equal to 5 is 7 is and so on. ఇలా ఓకే. ఇక్కడ చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్, సపోజ్ a body is moving with a velocity u, initial velocity is third, along a straight line with uniform acceleration. So find the final velocity of the body after time of 3 seconds for అనుకోండి. Final velocity after time of 3 seconds. ఏ ఫార్ములా v is equal to u plus v equal to u plus 3. ఇక్కడ ఏ వాల్యూ ఇవ్వలేదే, ఎలా రాసుకుంటాం? a is equal to 1 second v minus u by 2. అది రాస్తే ఎంత అవుతుంది? ఓకే a is equal to v minus u by 2, రైట్. ఇంకో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడండి. సపోజ్ a body is moving along a straight line such that the distance traveled by the body in the first 2 seconds is 200 meters. In the next 2 seconds 220 meters. ఇలా ఇస్తాడు. అయితే find the velocity of the body after time of t is equal to 7 seconds. 7 seconds తర్వాత velocity ఎంత అవుతుందో కనుక్కోండి. ఇక్కడ బాడీ వచ్చేసి it is not starting from the rest and it has some initial velocity moving along a straight line with uniform acceleration. Suppose the point A and the point B points diagram. Very important point students, observe this. A body is moving along a straight line with uniform acceleration and it covers 200 meters in the first 2 seconds and 220 meters in the next 2 seconds. Find the velocity of the body after 7 seconds. ఇక్కడ మనకి find the velocity of the body after 7 seconds అంటే టైం కావాలంటే v is equal to u plus a. ఇక్కడ 7 seconds తర్వాత velocity t తెలుసు, but we don't know the value of u and a. But in the problem u is also not known ఎందుకంటే body not starting from rest. Starting from rest is the a is equal to u equal to 0. Okay, కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ u value తెలియదు, a value తెలియదు, క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలి. Just from a to b చూడండి, ఏదైతే initial velocity వలన distance ఫార్ములా తెలుసు, టైం తెలుసు. use the formula s is equal to ut plus half a t square. This is 200 is equal to u తెలియదు into t is equal to 2 plus half a into t square is equal to 4. 2 1s 2 2s. Again ఇక్కడ 2 common is cancel చేస్తే 100 అవుతుంది. So what is the equation? u plus a is equal to 100. Okay na? Equation. Again from b to c తీసుకుంటారు కొంతమంది, that is quite wrong. ఎందుకంటే b దగ్గర velocity ఎంత ఉంది, జస్ట్ a నుంచి c దగ్గర తీసుకోండి. అది ఎందుకు a to c అంటే a దగ్గర initial velocity u కావాలనుకున్నా మనకు అదే కావాలి. From a to c means what is the total displacement? 200 plus 220 420 and total time 2 seconds plus 2 seconds is equal to 4 seconds. Again we use the formula s is equal to u plus half a t square. So s is equal to 420. ఇది ut అంటే 4u plus half a t square is equal to 4 square is 16. 2 1s 2 8s, 4 1s 4 2s, ఇది 4 1s 4 5s. అవునా? సో అంటే ఎంత వస్తుంది? u plus 2a is equal to 105. ఇది ఈక్వేషన్ 2. అవునా? ఇప్పుడు అర్థం చేయండి, 2 minus 1 చేయండి. ఈక్వేషన్ 2 minus 1 implies u cancel. 2a minus 90a is equal to 105 minus 100 means 5. And a is equal to 5 meter per second square. A value is substituting this value of a in equation 1. We are getting the value of 2. And then u is equal to 100 minus a and a is equal to 5. So therefore u is equal to 95 meter per second. Here u value is a value is. Find the mass of the body after time of 7 seconds is given by u plus a. 95 plus a is 5 into t is equal to 7. So 95 plus 35. And 1, 10, 130. 130 meter per second. Okay now. This is the final answer to the ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలి అంతేగాని b2c తీసుకోకూడదు ఎందుకంటే b దగ్గర మనం వెలాసిటీ అన్నాం ఇలా ఎటువంటి కండిషన్ తీసుకోండి ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అలా ఇంకో డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఏ బాడీ స్టార్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ రెస్ట్ means u is equal to 0 body starting from rest sm is the distance traveled by the body in the nth second and sm is the distance traveled by the body in mth second. Then find the ratio sm by sm is equal to f. మన ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? ఓకే distance traveled in the nth second sm is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 2. u 0 రండి తీసేసేయండి. కాబట్టి sm is equal to value sm is equal to a by 2 into 2m minus 1 divide చేసేస్తే a by 2 cancel. This is 2n minus 1 by 2m minus 1. Okay. ये चिన్న चिన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లా ఇస్తా ఉంటాడు. వాటిని ఈజీగా మనం సాల్వ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Right? So these are some problems based on the four formulas v equal to u plus a s equal to plus half x square b square is equal to s and s is equal to plus a by 2 into 2. Next one, motion by gravity. Motion by gravity. దీంట్లో first concept is freely falling body. Freely falling body. A body is dropped from center height above the ground. Drop freely means initial velocity v is equal to 0. Acceleration of the body a is equal to plus c. అంటే cut from freely falling body initial velocity 0 and a equal to plus c. Final velocity of the body on reaching the ground v coordinate v equal to plus a formula నుంచి u 0 a is equal to g రాస్తే v is equal to gt. Second one, total height at which the body dropped s is equal to here u is 0 a is replaced by g. s is equal to h is equal to half gt squared. And third one, final velocity on reaching the ground in terms of height. Therefore, v square is equal to 2gh. v square is equal to 2gh or v equal to 2gh. And distance traveled in the last second is given by sm is equal to u0 a is replaced by g by 2 into 2n minus 1. Okay. See here, there is the application for freely falling bodies. Like a stone is dropped into a well. It is a well. This is the water surface. Depth of the water or water surface from the top of the well is equal to h. ఇది h. ఇక్కడ నుంచి a stone is dropped from the top of the well. It is a free falling body. ఇలా వెళ్తూ let the stone strike the well or strike the surface of the water after a time of even seconds, and after this sound is produced when the stone strikes the surface of water. Okay, at that moment the sound will also be reflected from it and is moving like this, so that T2 is the time taken to hear this flash of sound by the observer. Okay. T1 is the time taken by the stone to reach the water surface. T2 is the time taken by the sound to reach from surface of water to observer. ఇక్కడ let total time taken by the observer to hear this flash of sound is given by T means T is always equivalent to T1 plus T. What is T1 here? It is a freely falling body, you know. It is dropped from a height h. So velocity time, displacement time relation is h is equal to half g square. From this T is equal to root of 2h by z. Therefore T1 is replaced by root of 2h by z plus T2 is equal to, it is the time taken by the sound to move from surface of water to top of the land. You know, sound is traveling with uniform speed. In case of uniform speed, acceleration a is equal to 0. Use the formula s equal to unit of a square. A is equal to 0, displacement is equal to velocity into time. From this time is equal to displacement by velocity. Here the displacement is h. Velocity sound is given by vs. Therefore, time taken t2 is equal to h by vs. Remember this, vs is equal to velocity sound in the given a medium. Cut total time taken to hear this flash of sound is given by t is equal to root of h by s plus h by vs. Okay. Cut from this formula, we can find the value of depth of the water level by knowing the values of total time and also velocity sound. In general, velocity sounding a medium is equal to 330 meter per second. This is the problem చేసేటప్పుడు దాని డిస్టెన్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ చేయాలి. Okay. So this is one of the problems. And similar problems are there in case of freely falling bodies. But freely falling bodies and all formulas గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలు. ఈజీగా we can do any problem. Right? Okay. Next one is vertically projected body. Vertically projected body. Suppose a body projected vertically upwards from the ground with a velocity u. Even a velocity project చేసామనుకున్నాం. It's a point u. కాబట్టి in case of vertically upward direction, initial velocity u is equal to known value, acceleration a equal to minus c, because gravity downwards, velocity goes on increasing, velocity goes on decreasing, a equal to minus c. Now these are the two conditions only for the vertically projected body. Guarantee initial velocity u known value and acceleration a should be equal to minus c. Then what is the maximum height reached by the body? H అనుకుంటే maximum height by h is equal to formula u square by 2c. And second one, time of descent, time taken by the body to reach the maximum height is called time of descent. Time of descent is equal to u by z. Time of descent is also equal to u by z. That means Ta is equal to Td. Eppudi in the absence of a resistance. In the absence of a resistance. Alagana, suppose in the presence of a resistance, what is the relation between T and T? In the presence of a resistance means here Ta should be less than T. Ta is less than T. Which would have passed the Ta less than T in the presence of A. Next, fourth one, total time means time taken by the vertically projected body to remain in A is called as time of flight. This time of flight is equal to 2u by g. This time of flight. Remember one point here, relation between maximum height and time of flight is given by h is equal to g square by 8. H is equal to g square by 8. Relation between maximum height and time of flight. Okay? Right. Next one. Suppose a body projected vertically upward direction and it reaches the ground with a velocity v and only. Relation between v and u is v is equal to plus or minus u. Magnitude is same. Suppose it is taken as positive, then negative అవుతుంది. లేదు ఇది నెగటివ్ అవుతుంది, పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది. Whatever. But v is equal to plus or minus u. These are the conditions for a vertically projected body, right? Here one example is there. Suppose a body projected vertically upwards from the ground such that B is any point, B and C are any 2 points in the path of a vertically projected body, and here it's the maximum height. It is given AB is equal to BC. Body projected vertically upwards. AB is equal to BC is equal. AB, B and C are any 2 points in the path of vertically projected body, given AB is equal to BC. Find the maximum height raised by the body along the velocity position. ఎలా తీసుకుంటారు చెప్పండి? B దగ్గర velocity v1 అనుకోండి, C దగ్గర velocity v2 అనుకోండి. ఓకే, velocity ఒకసారి తెలిసి suppose the maximum height point అనుకోండి, point దగ్గర final velocity v2. Okay, so from A to B, from A to B, A to B apply the formula v square minus c square equal to 2x. And now v1 square minus v square is equal to 2 and minus 2g into h is equal to a. H is equal to a. Again from B to C use the formula. ఇక్కడ initial velocity v1, final velocity v2, and then v2 square minus v1 square is equal to minus 2g into bc. Okay, dividing these two equations, 2g cancel అవుతుంది. AB is also equal to BC. It is given AB is equal to BC or AB by BC is equal to 1 అని ఇస్తాం. అంటే ఎంత అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? v1 square minus v square is equal to v2 square minus v1 square. Okay, v2 square minus v1 square. v1 square v square minus v1 square is 2v1 square. 2v1 square is equal to v2 square plus u square. Okay, or u square is equal to 2v1 square minus v2 square. U is equal to root of 2v1 square minus v2 square. It's our velocity, v1 v2 velocity. దీనికి u value వస్తుంది. u value వచ్చిన maximum height range which is equal to u square by uc. And from this, what is the time of flight అనుకోండి? t square is equal to 8h by 0 or t is equal to root of 8h by g. This is t value. So this is the process, right? So you can mean all these freely falling bodies and vertically projected bodies are very simple concepts, and maybe all the students in our campus they can do the problems very well in motion and gravity, freely falling and vertically projected bodies. Okay, here in 1 hour it is not possible to explain the entire concept regarding to freely falling bodies and vertically projected bodies. There are so many applications, you know. So my dear students, I can request you, please do the sums while seeing the notes in our classwork notes. Okay na? Classwork notes clear ga cheyandi, తర్వాత problems ఏంటి ఇవన్నీ మీరు చేసిన problems ఏంటి. In the sense of MCET point of view, only level 1 level 2 problems are very sufficient for us. There is no need of additional questions. Level 1 classwork homework, level 2 classwork homework, more than sufficient, right? Next ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ సైకిల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. మనకి ఇంకోటి ఏంటి, ప్లేన్ కూడా ఉంది. ప్లేన్లో ఏంటంటే నేను చెప్పను, మీకు అందరికీ తెలిసి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ప్లేన్లో ఓన్లీ ఆబ్లిక్ ప్రొజెక్టైల్ అండ్ హారిజాంటల్ తెలుసు కదా ప్రొజెక్టైల్ కండిషన్స్. ఆ ప్రొజెక్టైల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ వచ్చేసి నోట్స్లో చూసుకొని చదవండి, వెరీ ఈజీ. దాంట్లో ప్రాబ్లమ్ చాలా బాగా చేశారు. అన్నీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలంటే మాత్రం నాట్ సఫిషియంట్ ఫర్ 1 hour. ఓకే, so my kind advice is daily one chapter only level 1 classwork and homework complete cheyandi. Compulsory you will get a good marks in concept. So it's my request. Thank you my dear students. You should follow the motion in a plane. In the motion in a plane concept, just oblique projectile and also horizontal projectile. ఇవి రెండు మీరు నోట్స్లో చూసుకొని చదువుకోండి. వెరీ ఈజీ, ఫార్ములా చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? మొత్తం చెప్పుకున్నాను దాంట్లో ఎక్కడ వదిలిపెట్టారు. లెవెల్ 3 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా చేయించాను, కానీ ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా మీరు కంప్లీట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు చూసుకుని కావాలంటే. రైట్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.